I'm Casey McAllister.
I'm Kevin Schutz.
This is the Beyond Coda podcast.
All right, guys. Episode 2 of our 10-minute talk. This week, we got a special guest on. So those of you that don't know kind of what the whole point behind the 10-minute talk, what we're trying to do is, last week we interviewed Tommy. Tommy's a coach from Oklahoma, originated at Coda Norman, now has his own location at Coda Tulsa. And unfortunately, out here at Ironview, we don't get to interact with any of the coaches or the athletes in Oklahoma. So kind of like, I like to bring Tommy out here, and so some of our members can get to know him. But this week, we're going to kind of reverse script, and we got Helen in this week. So she's one of our coaches here at Ironview. I'm going to let Kevin introduce her here in a minute, but she's all right as well. She's probably up there. She's okay. So I'll let Kevin introduce Helen a little bit more.
All right, so we got Coach Helen Kang here. You've been with us for almost a year and a half. So end of 2018, you started with us. When I first met Helen, she tried out one of my classes, and there was only 2 people, including Helen, in the whole class, and I felt so bad. I was like, I promise, it's not usually like this.
But the thing is, Kevin, I took that class and I was like, this is awesome. I was like, this is great. I'm going to literally after that class, I was like, sign me up, take all my money. But it was funny hearing later that you were like, I was so worried.
I was like, there's usually more people.
I remember that too, because at that time,
you and I had a class where it was just you and me, remember?
Like a week or 2 later. Yeah. It was literally you and I. And I
was like, Casey's great. This is awesome.
I did the workout with you, yeah. But I remember, Kevin and I literally, at that time, we were 2 or 3 months open. And it was maybe not even that long. It might have been 6 weeks open. And it was every person that came in, we would just talk about the class and talk about how it went and what we did wrong and what we could do better. And it was just like we were just trying to crush it. And I remember Kevin being like, it was only 2 people in the class. I really liked them. I hope they liked it.
I thought it was great.
Well, so. I'm glad you came back and stuck around. So tell us a little bit about your coaching history.
So I started at NorCal CrossFit. It was the one that was closest to me because I didn't drive then. And so I looked up the closest CrossFit to me that I can bike. I was 18, 19. And I walk in, and the first thing, the reason why I wanted to join CrossFit, I was flipping through the channel, and on ESPN, I saw Pat Barber. It was one of the games, and he had won an event, and he just this huge fist pump. And then I saw all the strong ladies, and I had up until that point pretty much starved myself and ran all the time because I wanted to be really skinny. And so I saw all the women at the CrossFit Games on TV, and I was like, wow, I want to be strong. And so I looked up CrossFit, saw NorCal CrossFit, biked 2 miles just to check it out. I was so nervous. I was shaking, right? So I walk in, there's this long hallway, and lo and behold, Pat Barber is sitting on some boxes. The guy that I saw on TV, and I was like, oh my God. And
give him a fist bump you saw on
no,
TV?
I played it cool. I was I just pretended I never, I pretended I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
Ever since then it was history. I shadowed Pat Barber for a while, coached for NorCal CrossFit, went on to coach full-time for their corporate fitness accounts, and then I came here. I'm coaching for you guys. It's a little bit of my CrossFit history.
That's awesome. Wow, that's pretty cool. I think she also kind of underplayed that. She was heavily involved with running NorCal stuff and coaching and community involvement and stuff like that. So, I think she's underplaying it a little bit. But
Helen makes me self-conscious when I'm coaching. I'm like, I hope I don't screw up this class.
I'm it's just funny because you guys are probably thinking that. I'm like, yeah, this is great. I'm getting a great workout.
I liked
not even thinking about that.
I liked it though. I was just like, man, Helen's a really good coach. I'm gonna try to really crush this class. I obviously always try to, but yeah.
So actually, I remember the first class Helen was here, and I think I was cleaning the bathrooms or wiping stuff down or something, and Kevin was coaching it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's just 2 people here, they're new, and I'm kind of watching his warm up and stuff, and so Kevin has them do this squat warm up where their feet are side by side, and they squat down to the bottom of the squat. And Kevin's like, all right, let's see how low you can get. And of course, like Kevin's super mobile and like can get to the bottom. And Helen gets down to the bottom, and the other person in class does okay. But Helen sits down, puts her butt basically on top of her heels, feet are together and everything. And she's like, I hear out of the corner of my, out of the corner, she's like, oh, this is how I eat in my living room. And acted like she was using chopsticks to eat. And so I'm like, okay, awesome.
Is that one of like the first impressions that you had of me?
That was literally like one of the first things I like saw, and I was like, all right, so she has a sense of humor. I like this. All right, I like where we're headed. Which
You think I'm joking, but
well, and at the time I didn't know, like, is she like joking? Is this really how she eats in her living room? Is she just making a joke? Because like, I don't know, but I thought it was pretty funny. So
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll let Kevin start us off with our first real question. We've had a little bit of talking, but first real question.
So tell us one funny or embarrassing thing or story about Coach Helen.
Okay, about me?
Yes.
Can you just say a funny story that I had here?
Sure. Why
great,
not?
yeah.
Okay,
Something
great.
entertaining.
So it was, I think, one of the first buddy weeks that we had. And so I had coached the class. It went really great. We had a bunch of new people. And then one of the guys, one of the new people, he's not a member here, he had a great time. He came up to me after the class and he goes, so, are you a coach here? After I had ran the whole class, and I looked at him like dead in the face. I was like, no, they just saw me like out in the streets. Like they saw a thick girl working out and they pulled me in to coach this class and goes, oh, okay. Like he totally believed.
Oh, that's pretty.
Was it Tony?
Is this Tony? You say he's not a member, but you didn't say he's not a coach. So.
That's true. I'll leave you guessing. Okay. That just cracked me up. I don't know why I just thought of it.
I literally just coached you.
Yeah.
I remember your sister came into town one time, and we all, like, as a CODA group, went down to, it's called the Manitou Incline. If you're not from Colorado, it's down at Colorado Springs, it's like a mile-long staircase, basically, just uphill. And so we all go as a group down there, and I'm all like, all right, well, Helen's sister's in town, so I won't be, like, she'll probably be, like, the last one, to finish, because she's coming from sea level. And then she crushed all of it. She was, like, the first one done.
Yeah, she's like
tiny.
4'11".
And she just, like, just goes right up, and she ended up winning it, and then, she's like, one of the first one's done. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
The thing was, she was like, yeah, we're just gonna, like, do this together. Like, we'll all, like, go to the top together. Literally not even halfway through, she was like, oh, you guys are moving too slow. So she straight up just, like, left us in the dust.
I remember when she passed me, and I was like, oh, she's gonna slow down. Nope, she gets to the top, and she just like turns around, just ready to go, starts cheering us on as we're coming up. Like, dang! So,
Annie, if you listen to this, a shout out to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, dude, she crushed it. I remember that.
I died that day. Oh my god.
You had Beckett on your back.
I did, but I was still.
It was hot.
It was so hot.
It was so hot.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun though. I remember that.
So
I guess the point of that is like, Helen also has some athleticism within her gene pool because her sister comes up and just
It's
crushes
all
it.
genetics, though.
Yeah.
It's not hard work or anything. It's all genetics.
So Helen, tell us one thing that you're proud of that you've been involved with.
Honestly, I would say the community here and the friends that I've made in moving to Colorado, and being a part of that community and just like continuing that. Because in California, I worked full-time, coached full-time, so I didn't have a lot of opportunities to make friends outside of work. And here, I feel like I've cultivated like a really great circle of friends. So I'm super proud of that and super excited for CODA for providing me like a ton of friends. So it's great. Another one was when we secretly planned your guys' surprises for the CODAversary. You guys had no idea. I created this CODA super secret group on Facebook, and we raised enough funds to get you guys some cool stuff. Yeah. You guys had no idea. I was shook. I was like, how can you guys have no idea?
I was shook because I was like, wait a minute.
I'm pretty ignorant, but if you get something past Casey, that's
But
impressive.
but the thing was, we got the whole community to act like nothing was going on. But
that was awesome.
In class, when we would give like high fives, I would have someone like high five me money, like, and you guys were right there, and I would slided in my pocket, and it was like it flew over your guys' head. That was one of the most satisfying moments that I've had.
Do you want to give like a super quick overview of what that was for the audience?
What do you mean? Like
what exactly happened?
Yeah. So
Just
for the
super quick.
for the Codeversary, the members here at Ironview thought it was a great idea to show our gratitude and support for you guys for running such an amazing community, such an amazing space for us. We were so thankful. And so we secretly collected some money to present you guys with 2 ski ergs and a little extra for whatever else you guys wanted to spend money on for the gym. And so, yeah, we reached out secretly, obviously. I had this whole sheet, like Excel sheet. We signed like an online card, and it was so amazing.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I remember that. So like how it kind of took place too was, if you've ever been to a Coda anniversary party, at least at the one that we've had at Ironview or at that several that we had at Norman, we have Coda Olympics, and so we have like games and like Kevin and I are run around running games, and we're definitely like running the show, like we're in charge, like have fun, like blah blah blah. And then Helen's like, "Hey everybody, I got a game," and I'm like, "Oh cool, Helen's gonna take one over." Like, all right,
You
cool.
looked so surprised.
Well,
you had no idea.
I was
what
like,
going on.
sweet, yeah, cool. She's gonna do. And then it got weird because then it was like chairs got put out in front.
Sit down over here.
And then it was like, oh, we need Liz and Kaylin over here too. And it was like, all right, what's going on? Yeah, because then I was like, wait a minute. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what's going on, and this doesn't seem like it's a game. I don't like this.
You guys were like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Because I think I stopped it like mid-game.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was
a
pretty
fun
awesome.
moment.
It was cool. It was something definitely like I'll never forget, and a feeling that that's really hard to replicate, and just one of those moments. It was really cool, cool. And the fact that you headed that up was really awesome.
Shout out to everyone in the community too. Everyone stepped in. They were like, I've got a truck, I can pick it up, I can keep it in my garage, I can deliver it.
I mean, I don't know what our membership was at that time, but it was not huge. Yeah.
No,
So
what
the
was
fact that you
actually
guys-
amazing, sorry to drag this on, what was actually amazing was that literally everyone that we talked to wanted to have a part in it. And I think that speaks to like how amazing this community really is and how much we appreciate you guys. So that was really awesome.
For sure. And, we're feeling it right now with this quarantine and everything, and super thankful for everybody.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I would say that I was actually thinking about this the other day. Is that that moment and how like the feelings, and just like the emotions and everything. It's kind of similar now with like everybody's support and working around one another and like working together to get through this. So it's cool to see that, and we trying to have more fun on this one, but this is deep. So let's shake it up a little bit. All right. So how did you find yourself in Colorado? And then we've already kind of talked about how you kind of became part of CODA, but if you want to throw anything else in there.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously I was in California, and then I got a job where I could work remotely. And I had been back and forth to Colorado. And I was like, all right, perfect time to move to Colorado. Moved here, and I kid you not, I think I dropped into like 6 CrossFit gyms because I feel like in this area alone, or Colorado in general, there are so many CrossFit boxes. And I felt like, like Goldilocks, right? So I was looking for, yeah, exactly. So I was looking for
That's funny.
Community, coaching, and programming. So I was looking for those 3. So I would go to these gyms, and they would have maybe the coaching, but not the programming and the other thing. And then I'd go to a different gym, and then they would have one thing, but not the other. And it was just so frustrating, maybe because I had gone to NorCal Cross, and we had such high caliber of coaching and community, especially when I first started, and I was seeking that. And I was starting to get really frustrated because like if I'm paying money now as a member, because all those years I was comped because I was a coach. If I was going to pay money now to go to a gym, I wanted it to be worth it.
Yeah, you have high expectations.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And you guys had opened. Kaylee had told me to check it out.
Yeah.
And I came in, did that first class where you were like, oh my gosh, there's only 2 people. I was like, this is great. And I think like one of the first few classes that I came in, it was like Taryn and Katie and Amber, they were doing some online comp thing and they were so friendly. Whereas I think if you wear like Metcons or Nanos and you walk into a random gym, people just kind of like eye you and be like, oh, okay. Like, you know, she looks like she's gonna,
She knows what she's
I
doing.
didn't get that vibe at all. They were just so friendly. Like I didn't feel like they were judging me. So I was like, take all my money. And then I started coaching.
Awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate having you around as a coach and as part of the community and a huge part of our community. So here at Iron View. All right. So we end the 10-minute talk, which might be like 20-minute talk for Helen, but we end
Guys, this is so fun.
we end the 10-minute talk with the 2-minute meltdown. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
So you may know Helen, but I'm going to kind of describe it a little bit for the viewers. So what this is, 2 minutes. Kevin's going to run the clock. And we're going to ask you as many questions as we can get through in 2 minutes. We have a pretty good list here. We might be able to get through all of them, but maybe not. If we get through all of them, great. You don't get bonus points. A little caveat. You can pass on a question if you want to. Okay? If you're like, get frozen, like, pass. All right?
Immediately do 18 burpees.
But yes, but you have to do a backflip and 18 burpees. Okay?
So who's taking me to the ER?
Helen doesn't know the questions that are coming. And we're expecting like a pretty short answer. So, you know, it doesn't need to be like in depth or anything. I don't need to know like your whole backstory of it. Just you know, if I ask you like your favorite car, you don't have to be like, well, I enjoy the Chevrolet Cobalt because it's gas efficient and like.
That is not my answer.
Okay, but that's not one of the questions. Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Helen?
Nope.
No. Kev, do you have the clock ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. Kev, give us a countdown.
We're going in 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Helen, what is your favorite color?
Pink.
Favorite animal?
Dog.
Do you have any pets?
1. Portuguese water dog, Luna.
Ooh, you already answered the next question. All right. Your favorite dessert?
Oh, all of them.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Chocolate.
Vague. Okay. Favorite song right now?
Red by Foria.
Don't know that one. Favorite movie of all time?
The Princess Bride.
Ooh. That already covers another question. How many siblings do you have?
3. I almost said 2.
I wonder who she left out.
What are the names? We'll find out.
Annie, Mary, Josh.
All right.
It's definitely Josh.
Your favorite chick flick movie?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Ooh. What's the time at, Kev?
We're only 50 seconds in.
All right.
Keep going.
What is your college degree in?
Kinesiology.
Ooh. How much fun? Oh, not that one. Do you have a fear of bugs or animals?
Worms. I hate worms. It
Less
freaks
than
me
a
out.
What is better, California or Colorado?
Colorado.
Ooh, good answer. Favorite sports star?
Pass.
Ooh, favorite sports team?
Pass.
Oh, not a sports fan at all. Burpees. All right.
Sorry, you guys.
Favorite vacation destination that you've been to?
Alaska.
Best Netflix show that you've watched recently?
Tiger King.
30 seconds.
Your biggest pet peeve? We can do this.
People who honk right when the thing turns green.
The thing. favorite CrossFit movement?
Cleans.
Okay. Biggest weakness in CrossFit? We can do that.
Pull-ups.
10 seconds.
Favorite meal?
Korean barbecue.
How old are you?
26.
Best looking male Coda coach?
3, 2,
All of them.
1.
We only had
Did we
one.
get there?
When the thing turns green. We had one. We had one more.
Okay, look, I almost forgot how old I was, so.
And forgot its sibling. So, that was great. Well, Helen, thanks for being on our 10-minute talk.
Thanks
It was
for having
We
fun.
have to keep the streak going. Any poop stories?
Yes, I think. Okay. I knew I had to be a Coda member when one of the first times I had a conversation with you, Kevin, was talking about we bonded over having to poop in altitude while working out. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
anyway,
That's how I
Right.
explain altitude.
Altitude. When you first move here, a few minutes into the workout, you either have to throw up or poop or both.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and then you just slowly extend how long it takes to get that feeling.
that was the reason why I decided to start paying money and joining.
Okay.
Good news. We've checked that box off. We almost missed it. So,
Alright, almost missed
all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.